everybody. Welcome to ABA Inside Track, a podcast that's like reading in your car, but safer. I'm your host, Robert Perry Cruz, and with me as always are my fabulous co-hosts.
Hey, Rob, it's me, Diana.
This is your last time, Diana. Then it's my turn.
It's a real threat. Yikes.
Do you want to say your name?
I don't have a name. I was previously Jackie, but I've changed it to previously Jackie. Just for this
It's a good
December.
name.
Thanks.
Previously Jackie's a good name.
I want people to stop calling me. So if I change my name, they'll be like, Jackie? I'm like, I don't know who that is. Just kidding. I didn't change my name.
Well,
Okay.
anywho, this is a podcast about behavior analysis and behavior analytic research. And every week, except for this week, you picked the 1 week, right? We talk about relevant topics to the field and some related research articles. But once a month, we start things off. If you're on our free feed, or end of the month, if you're on our Patreon feed, we discuss what is going to be coming out on our upcoming episodes for the month.
Like a preview, like of what's to come.
That's what it is. Did I not say it's preview?
No, I was just, describing it.
Oh, yes. It's preview
like
of what's to come. Yes. So we'll talk about what we are going to be doing as episodes, and then we chat about whatever we feel like for a little bit, and then we wrap up. And that's that. That's a preview. Fun. This is a December 2023.
Thank you for operationally defining preview.
December 2023.
Yeah, so 2023 is almost over.
It's almost over.
From the beginning of 2023, January of 2023, I have thought it was 2024 the whole time.
Been wrong.
Like every time I look at like a canned good or something, I'm like, oh no, it's expired. But it's not. It will expire next year, which is soon to be this year. So 2023 was like, I kicked it to the curb from the beginning.
Good.
I'm
Right?
so glad
Prime
that
numbers,
all of these,
who needs them?
I'm so glad that all these cans that you thought were expired are still good for you.
I use them, don't worry.
Phew.
So yeah, bring it on 2024.
Well, let's finish up 2023, shall we?
Oh, okay, fine.
Why don't we talk about what episodes are coming out this month?
Yeah, so, December, we like to keep it light. Everyone is often busy visiting family or friends or celebrating the holidays. So we only have 2, quote unquote, main episodes coming out for this month, but they're both super good and I'm really excited for them. The first one is titled Strategies for Addressing Escape-Maintained Problem Behavior. And for that episode, we actually only have one reading, one homework for you folks out there. And because we're going to really base our discussion around this one article. So the article is Function-Based Treatments for Escape-Maintained Problem Behavior, a treatment selection model for practicing behavior analysts. That was written by Geiger, Carr, and LeBlanc. It was published in Behavior Analysis and Practice sometime around the year 2012. Is that right?
No, I don't think so. I believe it was
Maybe
2008.
2011. No,
No, it was
find out for
2011.
you.
It was actually
No, it's
2011.
2010. It's 2010.
Oh.
I wrote down 2010.
2010.
Okay.
No, I wrote that
So-
down. But yes,
Is that right?
Was it
Okay.
correct?
yes, it is right.
Okay.
Okay. Sometime around 2010.
The period of time, I think I say this in the episode itself, the period of time in which BAP did
Yeah.
not put what year its articles were being published.
But they have
We
the nice
know.
pictures, so that's actually better.
The pictures are nice.
What was the printer like? I'm sorry, I don't have room for a 4-digit date. If you put this giant picture in your article and they're like, oh, it's such a tough,
Minor
you really want to
detail.
stand out from the crowd.
Minor detail. We're still reading the articles, so minor detail.
Yeah.
The other episode we will have a special guest for, Dr. Brunus.
Not Brunus.
Dr.
You were hoping for Brunus. He's not coming on the show.
I'm going to try again. Dr. Bruce Tinor will be joining us to talk about collaboration and leadership in the school setting. Very exciting. He has offered up 3 articles for us to talk about in that episode. They include Leadership and Culture. That's the title. That's by Kropfel and Kruja, published in Journal of Organizational Behavior Management 2015. Opening the Educational Leadership Door, Promoting the Collaboration of OBM and Education by Starling, Fisicchio, and Grotke. That was also published in JOBM 2021. And finally, Promoting Critical Operant-Based Leadership While Decreasing Ubiquitous Directives and Exhortations by, which might be one of my favorite titles ever,
We got a thesis, a thesaurus, I mean.
by Komaki, Minich, Grotto, Wineshank, and Kern. And that was also in JOBM, but that was in 2011. So both of those episodes will come out. And then we also will have our annual end of year recap and chill discussion episode that we do with Matt Cicoria of the Behavioral Observations podcast. That should be coming out towards the end of December.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some stuff to look forward to.
Huzzah! And that'll bring us to the end of the year.
The end of the episode.
The end of the episode. No, we got a little more episode to go. All right. So we got those 3 episodes coming out. There's also some other things that will be appearing on the horizon. Why don't we head into, should we just put this in errata? Put this in the errata section?
Whatever you like, honey.
Let's do it. Let's put it in the errata section. This is the rest of the podcast where the rules are all changed and points are doubled. So in the errata section, I do want to bring up that we will be doing a winter book club later in January. Okay, so why are you telling us in the December preview? Well, because listeners, somebody's got to vote on what book we're going to be reading. So we're going to say what our options are.
Our fate is in your hands.
So if you are listening on the Patreon feed, guess what? The votes are up. You may have already seen the post come into your email feed and say, go, vote, vote, vote. If you are getting this on the free feed, you may still have like a day or two to get on there, but you better jump because only patrons, patreon.com/ABA Inside Track are able to vote on the book. They also are the only people who will get to hear the full book club when it comes out in January and get 2 CEs just for being a patron. Everyone else, hold your horses. That'll be your Christmas gift or your January New Year's gift next year. You got to wait a whole year for that. So
if you want the hot takes, you got to listen now because in a year they might be cold takes. We don't know. Yeah.
We pick books that nobody wants to read a year from now.
Lukewarm takes. They'll be, you need to microwave
You'll always be
them
behind. Don't be behind. So the choices, we're all going to be working on the theme of acceptance and commitment therapy is our book theme. And we have a couple books that either we've recommended. Some of them have been on previous book clubs. Some of them have been recommended by our 4th chair book club guy, Alan Haberman, who always joins us for our book clubs. So we have 3 options to pick from. All right. And those options, I'm looking at my phone, even though I pulled them up on my computer. Why? I don't know. These options are The Joy of Parenting, an acceptance and commitment therapy guide to effective parenting in the early years by Coyne and Morell. That one has been on previous polls, I believe. A book I know has been on previous polls. And honestly, I probably could just read it on my own time. But man, would it be easier if we publicly said, we're all going to read this book together, because then it's, one more thing I can fit into my work schedule. The Happiness Trap, How to Stop Struggling and Start Living, a Guide to ACT. And that's by Russ Harris. And that's an oldie but a goodie. It's a good sort of basic description of what ACT is.
Everyone always recommends that to people who are less familiar.
Yes.
So that might be a good one for me.
Well, I like ACT, but I don't know a ton about it. I know some. Alan really likes ACT, and I think he knows the most of all 4 of us. And then the 2 of you are sort of lukewarm, much like a book club podcast a year later.
I do want to tell you that I took an entire course in my graduate study on acceptance commitment therapy. I went to a workshop with Steve Hayes.
Well, then why are you not more into it?
Because I'm not more into it. We'll talk about it
in our discussion.
Okay. All right. Well, no matter what book you choose, Jackie will tell us the secret story, her secret origins of not being as into ACT as some of us on the show. And then our final option is Acceptance and Commitment Therapy for Behavior Analysts. Well, that's us. First edition by Dixon Hayes and Belial. And that actually just came out, I believe, earlier this year through kind of ABAI's press. I know they've been putting out a number of different books. They had a Gold Diamond book.
And you like the cover?
You know what, ABAI, I am going to say all of the books in your series you published so far, you do have like a pretty solid trade dress, which I appreciate because it makes me want to buy all your books and then I can put them on my shelf like a little collection.
Rob loves that.
I do love that.
Okay.
So 3 options. Again, if you're getting this in the Patreon feed, get over to the poll. You got to throw your votes in quick. If you're getting this on the free feed, I can't remember the timing. You may have missed the poll, but we may leave it open an extra day just so you can get this and then immediately jump on over. So it'll be closed. Let's say it closes tomorrow morning. So you have just enough time to rush over and vote if you want to. If you don't want to, then don't worry about it. Just keep living your life. So book club, there it is.
Okay.
And then we've got the month coming to an end. I wanted to end with some discussion of what things we like. What are some traditions? Because I know we are a lot on learning about other groups, but I think knowing yourself and reflecting on your own practices. So I'd love to hear everyone what's one of their favorite things to do this time of year, other than have a bunch of podcasts and a book club poll, which we definitely will do because we just said so.
Speed reading an act book. Is that my favorite activity?
Is that your favorite? Well, that sounds more like a late December, early January activity.
Late December, it's easy to believe. Diana will read an actor book for New Year's.
I'm asking.
I love Counting Crows. Thank you, Jackie.
I asked because I had a really fun bit for the episode we're going to record after this one, but I realized it did not come out prior to the end of December, so I had to come up with a different bit. So I sort of wanted to bring in a festivities, like what are we sitting around?
Sure.
Do you drink wassail?
Yeah.
I know Jackie does Christmas movies.
One year we had all the kids decorate cookies, and that was really fun. And then vote on them.
No, that does
Remember that?
sound fun. Let's do that this year.
Yeah, we should do that again.
You heard it here first, listeners.
We make cookies for our neighbors every year.
That's nice.
That's very
we make
nice.
a ton of cookies. I don't think they eat them. They probably put them right in the trash, which I would do. But maybe this year they'll look nicer because for the last couple of years, my child has made them, right? So they come looking like a child has made them.
I'm sure they appreciate them.
But we still do it every year. And the neighbor did ask, when are we getting cookies? So we don't give them
so
a
we
lot.
can throw them in the trash.
Yeah, we only give them 5 cookies. We don't give them a ton because nobody needs 25 cookies, right?
Oh, you do not need that many cookies.
We do that. And then we also, in the month of November and December, in November, we have a thankful turkey where the whole family makes a turkey body out of their foot. And then every day they put a leaf on a leaf. It looks like a leaf, but it's a feather on the turkey and what they're thankful for. And we do the same for Christmas. We put a little tree and then we have a bulb and we put it on and then we have them for...
Oh, okay.
And we do that for Christmas as well. And then we just have them hanging up from the past 5 years. And it's hilarious what comes up on those.
I've also seen it where you can write on a pumpkin and go start at the stem and go around and around the pumpkin.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Which is kind of cool.
Fun idea.
It's like a decoration. Yeah.
Yeah.
We do. Diana joined in last year, but me and my youngest son, we try to watch a movie or special related to Christmas or any holiday season, really. But I mean, there's a ton of Christmas ones out there every single day leading up to Christmas Eve. And we have, I think, done it successfully for 3 years in a row. Last year, we brought some of the other family members who were interested in to add to our list. But Jackie, I would like you as a member of our family through podcasting only, I think.
Through friendship.
And through actual friendship. So much that random children assume we're married sometimes when they see us doing things together.
That did make me so laugh. So we were somewhere and they were talking about dinner and I said, "Oh, I didn't have that for dinner." And the little boy was so confused because he was like, "Didn't you make it?" And I was like, "Oh, no, we're not married." And Rob got so awkward and he goes, "We're just friends, okay?" It was the best.
I want people to think I'm still on the market,
Right. It is confusing. And sometimes people write in and they don't know which one of us is married to Rob, but it's Diana.
Yeah.
Yeah, not Jackie.
No. I know everyone's supposed to be married to me. What can I say?
Are you trying to ask Jackie what show she wants to do?
I wanted to ask Jackie if you could add to our list of various Christmas and holiday properties. So we have something new. What would be your 1 or 2 suggestions that we should add on here? Now, it has to be family related. So, we like to watch Die Hard and everything, but we can't watch that with our youngest. It's a little too risque. So, family.
I mean, you probably have the ones that I love, like Home Alone. I just watched that the other day. I love Home Alone.
We have a lot of rule-governed behavior around this as well, because Home Alone, we may only watch when we go visit my brother's house over Christmas. So we cannot watch The Nightmare Before Christmas for Halloween. I think we talked in a previous episode. Nope. It's only in Christmas.
That one's a Halloween movie for us. What about the one that we love that I don't know if you watch, but you probably do, because if you're watching 24 movies, you probably hit all of them, is The Muppets Christmas Carol.
Oh, love The Muppets Christmas Carol.
Right? So those are the 2 that I really love. But Home Alone, just remember, it's like PG-13 now, kind of.
The
language
I guess.
I was watching it. I was like, oh, I watched this when I was 7 and maybe I shouldn't have. But it was fine. But yeah, those are the 2 that I love.
Okay.
You probably
we'll have to
keep
find
thinking.
some new ones.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know if there are new ones. I mean, you're not going to really want to watch my Hallmark Christmas movies with Everett or yourself. Like either one of you aren't going to like those. So
Probably not. There is a really good Simpsons episode that's not a Christmas episode, but it's about a lady who goes to Springfield and her job is to produce Hallmark Christmas movies. That is like a Hallmark Christmas movies, but The Simpsons. It is one of the better Simpsons episodes of the past few years. If you have not seen it, I would recommend it. Oh, well, I guess now
Whenever you say that, it's time to change topics.
I had one more thing before we wrap up.
Okay.
And speaking of movies, and speaking of Halloween movies, we did go see, me and at least one of my children went to see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, which is it's a horror movie, but it's kind of like baby's first horror movie. It's not that scary, but unless you're a child. I'm an adult, so it wasn't very scary. But there is a really great, you would love this, Jackie, not only because it's about audio animatronic creatures that come to life and like eat people or whatever,
no thanks.
but because one of the central conceits of the movie is that humans can remember everything they've ever experienced in their life. And through lucid dreaming, they can go through, they didn't call it a mind file, but that's pretty much what it was. It was like a psychic mind file. They can go through their memories and find all sorts of information to remember things. And the main character wanted to remember a crime. And so he went into his mind file like 50 times in the movie. It was really great.
No thanks. I hate mind files. If anyone knows, it's a long backstory, but my husband and I got into a fight for like a week when we first started dating because he told me that he had a mind file and I got so mad, like hilariously mad, that I didn't speak to him for like a week.
What if he told you, Jackie, that he had a psychic plane that looked like a forest that he could visit in his sleep to try to remember things and change the past through his memories?
I would ask him if he had seen his doctor recently.
All right, fine. So Five Nights at Freddy's gets 1 star from Jackie for too much mind filing. And I'll give it 5 stars for that Josh Hutcherson from the Hunger Games. That guy looks like, I don't think anyone can play sort of strung out looking loser as well as he does. So it's very impressive performance. Otherwise, not very scary. All right.
Sounds scary.
I mean, maybe if you were 8 or 7, which I think is who this movie was aimed at.
Yeah. Well, I'm really proud of everyone making it through 2023.
We did it.
Way to go, us. Happy 2024 for everyone.
We did it.
Yes. Well, we're not yet, because by the time people are getting this, they've still got like the rest of the month to go. And
You can do it.
to listen.
We're
so
doing
close.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's snowstorms where you are. Just kidding, Diana.
Or not.
Hopefully there's a light snow that's pleasant to be in, but not ruining your travel.
24 is one of my favorite numbers.
Oh, good. It's going to be a great year.
Yeah, excited.
Get to write it all over. All right, everybody. Well, we hope you are able to join us next month for our book club. We hope you're able to go vote on the book. Time's ticking, or has ticked away, depending on when you're listening to this. We hope you also have some fun traditions that you like to celebrate with family this dark and cold time of year. Depending on where you live, it might also be warm and sunny. But we hope you have some fun traditions, and we hope you join us for the rest of our episodes this month. We'll be back next week for the first of those episodes. But until then, keep responding. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.